All right. So you want to look aesthetic, you want to look your best, but you don't want to waste a bunch of time working out muscles that aren't going to help you as much as the other ones. Well, there's really only 4 main muscle groups that you need to focus on to be looking absolutely great, no matter where you go or what you're wearing. Now, a lot of people focus on abs, six-pack. That's what the girls want. That's what's going to look great, right? Because we're being aesthetic to date girls. Let's be real here. Let's not fucking bullshit ourselves. You want to be attractive to the opposite sex. Hell yeah. Damn right you do. Well, abs are cool. Women love that. But they're not going to see your abs unless you're at the beach or you're at the pool or she's already at your place and your shirt's coming off anyway, so it didn't matter, right? So abs, they're cool, they're great, but don't worry about it too much if you're really just trying to look great as soon as possible. And remember, we're going to talk about 4 muscle groups, and we're going to talk about how to work them out to look your best. This is not powerlifting that we're talking about. This is not having a well-rounded, stage-worthy physique. You know, it's just focusing on the simplest things to get maximum attractiveness for the least amount of effort and focus. So the first muscle group is your neck. Now, the neck is pretty much neglected by pretty much everyone at the gym. Very few people work their neck directly. And for some people, they may not need to work their neck out at all. But there's a lot of people, and I used to be one of them, a lot of people have a pencil neck. They have a really thin neck in comparison to the width of their face. Now, the reason why the neck is so important is because it is holding up your head, your face. And so when people look at you and talk to you and they see you, that's still attached. It's still part of the equation. So you may have a real handsome face, but you got this tiny little neck. It's just off-putting. It just looks like you're weak, because more than likely you are. And I used to be kind of like that. You can do Google image search, and you can look up neck width or neck circumference attractiveness. And you'll probably see some comparisons before and after. It's like a Photoshop picture of some celebrity or whatever that has a real handsome face, and they do a side-by-side comparison of they Photoshop the neck just a little bit thinner and then the regular, normal size neck. And you can definitely tell, oh yeah, this guy looks way less attractive when he has a thinner neck. So if you have a pencil neck, what can you do? Work out your neck. So you can lay flat on a bench or on a bed and hang your head off, or you can lay on your stomach, you can lay on your back, or you can lay on your side. Preferably do all of them. And then you take a weight. Doesn't matter if it's a dumbbell, doesn't matter whether it's a plate. Just go light at first. You don't need to go crazy. There's a lot of nerve endings in here. There's a lot of tissue. There's a lot of, blood vessels. Be careful with your neck, okay? Because your neck is very important. But go slow, do very slow, deliberate motions, use a light weight to start. And you just either, if you're laying on your stomach and you're leaning over, just place that weight on the back of your head, and you're just lifting your head like that. And if you're laying on your back, putting it on your forehead, and you're crunching like this. You can put a towel on your forehead. You can wear a beanie to cover your forehead so you're not getting a rash or something with the weight on your skin. And you do those motions: forward crunch, backward crunch, side crunches. And it really doesn't take a whole lot of time before you start seeing results. The neck responds pretty quickly to working out. So I remember when I first started just messing around with it, it really didn't take a whole lot of time, and my neck pretty much filled out, and I really haven't had to work it out much since. I know that sounds crazy, but it just really responds. So just be careful, do that. So the neck, first muscle group. Second muscle group is right next to it. It's the traps. Now, unlike your neck, which is pretty much visible all the time unless you're wearing a turtleneck, Your traps are probably going to be covered, or at least partially, by a shirt. But your traps still fill out your shirt. They give it, some kind of space. It's filling it out so you don't look like your clothes are just kind of draped on you and you're just swimming in your shirt, right? So these traps right here look great, especially if you're wearing, a tank top. But even if you're not, they fill your shirt out great. And they're very easy to work out. Again, you take 2 dumbbells, drop them down your sides, and you shrug. You just pull your shoulders as high as you can. Think about bringing them up to your ears, drop them down, up, down. And you will feel that burn. And a lot of people can increase the weight quite a bit. Just make sure you're trying to get that full motion. And you'll be filling out your shirt, looking great. The third muscle group that's very important for aesthetics is your shoulders. You really want to hit your shoulders because, again, those shoulders fill out your shirt width, right? It makes your shoulders broader. You just look like this guy has got this massive set of shoulders, and you look impressive. You look very athletic because the wider your shoulders are, the smaller your waist is, and you get that kind of V look, and you're looking like a superhero, right? You look up a picture on Google of Batman or Superman, and you look at their shoulder to hip ratio, and it's pretty significant. They're built like a V, and that's a very attractive aesthetic look that women appreciate. So shoulders, especially the lateral delt and the posterior delt, because you want to fill out the back end of your shoulder too to kind of pull it back, and it looks like a nice round bowling ball instead of having like a dip right back here. You don't want that. It looks like shit. So all you got to do is those side raises, or you can lean forward and do reverse fly. Lightweight to start, and you slowly build up over time. Just feel that burn, feel that activation. Shoulders are going to look great. And the final fourth muscle group that's going to help you look your best is going to be your lats. Now, your lats are covered by your shirt. So yeah, nobody's going to, unless you're wearing cutoffs like I am, no one's going to really see your lats. But most of the time, t-shirts aren't a complete, just like a bag over you. They're super baggy. They're going to cling to your sides a little bit, and your lats kind of puff out on the side right under your armpits, and they kind of go like that and come down, and then they kind of form kind of a round, but it's still a V. And that shape, if your shirt is clinging to that, just yet again helps pronounce that V taper, and you're going to be looking excellent. Lats, really, pull-ups are the best thing for lats. If you're just doing your hands, palms forward, grab, and pulling those elbows down and feeling that activation in your lats, that's probably the best exercise that you can do. But you can use cable rows, pull, doing the same motion. You can do all kinds of variations in the gym, but pull-ups are probably the best. And that's how you get an aesthetic body. You're going to be looking great. And yes, work out the rest of your body. Don't skip leg day, work out your biceps and triceps and all that stuff. Like, great, cool. But if you want to look good, if you want to get that aesthetic V taper and look, at least appear to be very athletic, working on these 4 muscle groups, your neck, your traps, your shoulders, and your lats, that's the recipe to success. That's going to be your 80-20. That's going to be the thing that you should concentrate the most on to get the most aesthetic results as soon as possible.